Hey everyone! Welcome to our second STEAM at Home here with the museum. How is everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing really good. So, did you guys join us for the last one? If you didn't, it's still on our YouTube page, and we're definitely able to show you some more STEAM at Home things, which means there's some science experiments, and in the future there will be some other cool things that you guys can do. So today we're going to be talking about why skis are so long, and you might be wondering, why are we talking about skis? Well, it's winter here in Canada, so here and at the museum, and even though I'm not at the museum right now, here in Kitchener, where the museum is located, we have a lot of snow, and all of that snow means that we can go skiing, we could go snowboarding, we could do a bunch of things. So, like I said, we are here in Kitchener, so we just want to acknowledge that we are on Indigenous land. So, for those of you who don't know where that is, I'll just let you know. So, in Kitchener-Waterloo, we are in southwestern Ontario. This land has been home to Indigenous people for thousands and thousands of years. As settlers, we're very grateful for the chance to live, work, and play on this land, and we're grateful for the generations of Indigenous people who have lived here. In the museum's area and where I'm located on the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. If you're not sure what land you're on, you can always check out a website called native-land.ca in order for you to see what land you may be settling on right now. So now that we've talked about the land that we're on, let's talk a little bit about skis. So, skis are very interesting things, and they have a lot to do with gravity. So Earth's gravity pulls us all the time. It makes us return to the ground when we jump. It makes objects fall when we release them. But gravity even pulls us down when we are standing on a hard floor. So you see this when you sit on a mattress. Your weight, or how much the Earth pulls you, pushes the mattress down. So when you sit down on a mattress, you can see that it goes down, right? As a result, the mattress squeezes together where you sit. If you stand on the mattress, you notice that it compresses more than if you lie down or sit on it. So I'm not sure if you're standing on mattresses a lot because you shouldn't be jumping on your bed, but if you do, it goes down a lot more than when you're laying down on the bed. So when you're standing, all of your weight pushes on a small area where your feet touch the mattress. And if you sit or lie down, your weight is distributed over a much larger area. So for every square inch that your body is touching the mattress, there is a much smaller force, and the mattress does not become as compressed. Snowshoes, if you've seen snowshoes, use this concept to make you sink less into fresh, fluffy snow. Snowshoes create a larger contact area with the snow so that your weight pushes less on each spot, each square inch of it. The strength of each push per square inch of contact area is where what scientists call pressure, and snowshoes reduce that pressure. A larger contact area with the snow or floor has more advantages, and gravity acts on us as if all of our body's mass is pushed into one point, and gravity pulls on that point. The point is called the center of the mass. If this point is located above the contact area we make with the floor, we will not fall over. The larger the contact area, the easier it is for us to keep our center of mass above it, and the more stable we feel. So what does that have to do with skis? Well, skis help us stay up on top of the snow, right? Your body weight is better distributed on these long skis, and that's sort of the same concept we were talking about with snowshoes and with your mattress. So the professionals who make the skis work very hard to create a ski that makes the skier go down super fast. So what is it about these skis that make the skiers go as fast as they do? Well, we're gonna do a little bit of an experiment and to find out why. So I'm going to do a little bit of a scene change. You guys can see what materials we need, and then we should be good. All right. All right, so I have a few things. I have my plate here. I have a little action figure right here. And I have some flour right here. I have some cardboard right here. I have some scissors. And I have some glue. You can't really see it in here, but it's in there. It's clear glue. So, you know. So first what we're gonna do is we are gonna make some skis for our little action figure. So I'm gonna cut 2 identical rectangles out of cardboard. The length should be a little bit shorter than the height of your action figure. All right, let's see. This should be good. All right, I'm just gonna cut this here. The width should also be double the width of the feet of your action figure. So I think this should be good. This should be good. So I'm just going to show you. I'm cutting cardboard. Oops, I dropped some in the flour. And then I'll do the same with this. Kind of want it to be the same width, so I'm going to cut. Oh, there's a. I'm going to cut it kind of the same. I'm going to cut along the same different cardboard so that they're relatively the same. All right. So then you're going to pour out some flour into your pan or your plate or whatever you have. All right. And then you could even out the flour with some cardboard. I might need some more flour actually. Let's see. Not really. I hope this is flat. Let's see. Yeah. Should be okay. Alrighty. So, what do you think is gonna happen when I place this doll or this action figure on top of the flower. Let's make a prediction. What do we think is going to happen? You can say it out loud at home, and then we'll see what happens. All right. All right. So, there she is. She's standing up. Sailor Moon is standing. And she made a little footprint. All right. So, what will happen when you press down the action figure a little bit more when you place it in the snow? Or sorry, the flower. It's acting as snow. There we go. This is kind of what happens when you step in the snow really, really hard, when you step down really hard. There's a deeper footprint here in the flower. All right. Do you think it's going to be easy to knock over your action figure when they're stuck down really, really far in the flower? Let's see. Oh, it was a little bit, it was easy, but I did it. That, usually, there's not a massive hand 10 times bigger than your body pushing you over in the snow. But it's going to be a lot harder to knock her over because her feet are deep, deep, deep in the snow or the flower. All right. So, what do you think is going to happen if I start moving her around? Oh, she fell. So, oh, she's covered in snow. She's not wearing anything to keep her protected from the snow. Hopefully, when you're out skiing or when you're out in the snow, you're wearing some snow pants, a nice winter coat. All right. So it was easy to knock her over by holding both the sides of the dish and shaking it back and forth. So just make sure that when you're shaking it, you're not letting out all the flour. See, we might be noticing a theme of these steam at homes. I keep making a mess, but thankfully I will clean up after myself, just like you should if you make a mess at home. Okay. So next we're gonna glue cardboard skis that we've cut out onto the feet of our action figure or our doll. So we're gonna place the feet in the middle of the cardboard. Okay? Let's see if this works. I have a lot of flour on her feet, so I'm just gonna dip her feet in the glue, and then I'm gonna put her feet in the middle of, let's move this over. I'm gonna put her feet in the middle of this cardboard here. So, she's an interesting action figure. I would say maybe use a Lego or maybe somebody from Playmobil, but I don't have a lot of action figures here, so hopefully this works. You're gonna have to let her dry for a bit. It might be easier to tape it on, but you know. And also, don't use glue on an action figure that you really, really, really like, because usually the glue comes off pretty easily, but you never know what might happen. So always try to get permission from one of your action figures if they're okay with you putting glue on their feet, because they might have skis for the rest of their lives after this. All right, so it seemed to work. So I'm going to smooth out the top of this again, just to make sure that it's okay. Unfortunately, my little puppy got a hold of this piece of cardboard and chewed it up a bit, so hopefully this is flattening it out. And if you have a puppy at home, don't give him cardboard, because he might wreck the skis for your action figure. Alrighty. So, we're going to perform kind of the same experiments that we did before with these action figures. Oh, the glue hasn't dried quite yet, so I might cheat and use some tape. Just because we're live, right? So we want to make sure that you guys can kind of see what's happening, but the glue should work. Using tape, I wouldn't advise, because that's going to take up the whole entire thing, and it might not make it as flat as possible, but I want you guys to be able to see. Oh no, I got all the tape all... Oh well, doesn't matter. It looks a bit messy, but that's okay. You guys have more time at home than I do. I could talk this whole time, but I have a feeling that you guys aren't here to listen to me talk. You're here to learn some science and learn about gravity and skis and the snow. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put some more tape on her. Okay, alrighty. So we're gonna do kind of the same thing that we did before. All right, that worked out pretty good. All right, girly, let's get skiing. Wow, that's a lot better, huh? So, what we're gonna do is we are going to place her down. See, does she make any? Yeah, there's some ski prints, but not as much as there was her footprint. And now we're gonna press down a little bit harder, although that's really not doing much here. Oh wow, it's really hard to press her down with her without skis. You could press her down a lot more. Let's see. Oh, whoa, she's staying upright. She's skiing down really fast. Look at her go. All right, so we've seen a little bit different things with her. Let's see if she looks like she's trying to go fast. I don't know. I don't want to hurt her. Her hair's up and everything. She's ready to go skiing. Unfortunately, I don't have a hill for her to go down on. It'd be hard to make a hill out of flour, wouldn't it be? Alrighty, so if this all worked out correctly, you're gonna notice that the action figure with skis sat on top of the flour more and was harder to tip over. This is because the skis take up more space on the snow than the feet. And we talked about that with the snowshoes, right? You're laying down on your bed. You'll notice that you probably won't fall if you're sitting or if you're laying down. But if you're standing, it's more likely to fall and you're more likely to hurt yourself because when the weight is more evenly distributed, it's a lot less easy to fall on anything, really. So, like I said, the skis distribute the weight over a larger surface area, making it harder for the skis to sink into the snow. As you noticed before, I pushed down really, really hard, and she definitely didn't go as low as she did before. It's easier to balance with a wider base, and this is why it was harder to push over the skier. But I could probably push her over if I did it even harder. Oh, see? I'm just really strong. But you're probably not going to be skiing and inside of a tray with somebody pushing it around. Although that might be kind of fun. That might be a fun activity to do, but you'd have to wear the proper safety prevention. Not safety prevention, but preventing yourself from getting hurt. So, from these findings, we can assume that skis are long so that skiers don't sink into the snow or fall over when they're skiing. So when you go skiing, you could always check out sort of what you'll be up to, and you can look and see that you're skiing around. Let her go. Uh-oh. These are more like a shovel than skis. Usually with skis, they kind of bend at the front, right? And that's probably because you don't want to be picking up any snow when you're skiing, right? So let's see if I can bend this up. Uh-oh. She's falling apart. Oh. These skis are not designed properly, but that's because I'm not the type of person that designs skis. People who do design skis usually put, they curve the ends up so that when the snow hits it, it kind of just goes above the snow rather than picking up the snow. Because as you can see, it picks up the snow here. And it's better if you curve it. Unfortunately, this isn't curving very well. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. Works a lot better there. But that's probably because I curved it up there. So that's also another cool thing about skis. Alright, so, let's just watch out. But remember, guys, when you do these experiments at home, make sure that you are doing them with an adult so the adult can watch over and see what's going on and answer any questions that you might have. But they also can help you clean up. But if you really want to impress the adults in your life, you should clean it up yourself. I know that would impress the adults in my life. All right, so that's it for our little experiment here. It's a little bit smaller than the one the other day, but that's okay. We have something coming up. All right, so I'm here to say goodbye, but thank you guys so much for joining us here with our Steam at Home. We got to learn a little bit about skis, got to meet Sailor Moon skiing down the slopes, and learned a little bit about gravity, right? So if you want to join us again next week, we are going to be doing the same thing every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. And it'll be really exciting for you guys to join us because next week we're actually going to do something about rainbow in a glass. Sounds pretty cool. And all you really need is water and sugar and a glass. So hopefully you guys can join us next week, because next week we'll do a little bit more of experiments and talk a little bit about what happens about density and sugar and water and making layers. So hopefully you guys check us out for that, and we hope to see you then. Okay, so again, thank you so much for joining the museum here. We hope to see you guys in person again soon, and I hope that you guys learned a lot. All right,